Today, the one that is going to go live with me is Madhuri. And Madhuri happens to be from ISB, which is the same business school जहाँ से मैंने भी पढ़ाई करी. And we will try and learn more about Madhuri. What is it that she does? How does she help people as a content creator? And uske through, try and help her become better at what she does. Encourage her in that same journey. And that is what we all stand for. Help each other, become better, and through that, help our own selves. All right, so let's go and accept Madhuri. And there she is.
Hi, Ankur.
Hello,
Good
Madhuri.
evening.
How are you?
Very, very good. I'm so excited for this live. I can't even begin to describe.
Awesome. So am I. So am I. हमने पहले भी 2-3 बार बात करी है, and of course I know of your journey, but I am super thrilled to be introducing you to the audience. You have been creating content for a while, but the intention, as I mentioned to everyone, is to understand about your journey. What is it that you have done? How is it that you're helping people now through that content game? And through that, in some small way, encourage you on that path and hopefully leave you with some tips and tricks to carry away.
Yes, absolutely.
So first, let me start. Where are you based out of, Madhuri? आप कहाँ से हैं अभी?
So I'm basically from Jaipur. Grew up in Pune. Now I have moved to the US. I'm in California, and currently I am on a vacation. So I'm in Austin, Texas.
What an introduction. Okay, so one thing at a time. So you belong to Jaipur, but you grew up in Pune, and right now you're based out of the US in California, and you are on a vacation right now in Texas, which is fascinating, great. And what do you do in the US?
So I moved here with my husband because he came here for his master's and he works here. I am completely just fully focusing on helping others via whatever knowledge I have gained over the past years, whatever mistakes I have made, majorly mistakes, and there was no one to guide me because growing up, I was the eldest sibling of all of my cousins. So I was the first one to actually do anything and everything. No one in my entire family ever worked on a corporate job. Everyone is in the family business. So for that entire path was completely new, pursuing an MBA, doing like absolutely anything outside of pursuing a family business. So I was the first person to do that. So I was always, learned a lot of things and made a lot of mistakes. So that's all of the things that I share.
That is very, very commendable. I can imagine कि एक family business और एक business family में इतना ज़्यादा वो होता है कि why should we work for someone else? Job करना सही नहीं है. It becomes even harder for women. Despite all of that, you were able to dissociate, create your own identity, which is so commendable, and kudos to you. Fantastic. Remind me again, Madhuri, आप ISB कौन से साल गई थी?
So I started in 2017 and I graduated in 2018.
Awesome. So fairly recent. And how was the ISB experience? Like मेरे लिए तो वो बिल्कुल life changing था, but I'd love to know from you as well. You went in expecting what, and how did it actually happen for you?
So how it happened was I knew that I always wanted to pursue an MBA because I was an undergraduate, but I was a computer engineer. I still am a computer engineer by my undergraduate degree. But I actually never wanted to pursue engineering either. I mean, I wanted to become a doctor, and that's the accidental engineer cliche story that everyone has. And when I started my job, that is when it became extremely clear. No, I am not the person who can sit behind a computer and just code. I want to be able to, interact with people, make a difference, run around here and there. So I definitely want to do an MBA. So 2 years into working, I was like, okay, I think now is the time to start thinking about going for an MBA. And at the same time, I got engaged as well. So my husband also wanted to pursue his master's always, but he was just, putting it off. So both of us decided together that, okay, let's start studying again. Let's apply, and then we'll go and study. So we throughout the between engagement and marriage, that entire period of like hustle, bustle, and chaos, we were also studying. We were applying to colleges. That entire process we did together. And 1 month before our wedding, I got an admit from ISB. And 1 month after our wedding, he got an admit from Carnegie Mellon in CMU. And then 2 months within our marriage, both of us were gone. We never
Oh
even got to
God.
like live together. We just started our master's journey. And then I actually had gone in with no expectations. I was just really excited that it's the number one B school in the country. I can't even fathom the amount of value that I can actually gain in this place. So I actually, the one mistake I made was I was not clear on what I want to gain out of ISP. I just, went ahead, and whatever opportunities I got, I just took it in. In a way, that was good because I happened to do very different kind of things than most other people. I happened to become the LinkedIn Campus Ambassador, which was the first of its kind program that started that year. And because of my entire experience in writing, I'm a published author, by the way, in my entire experience of writing and reading all through the years, that really helped me get into that campus editor job and start writing articles for LinkedIn, start posting, start encouraging other students to, write articles on LinkedIn. I even actually went ahead and proposed that we should all do video resumes, because that time there was this one person called Nia Curry, who was the first person on LinkedIn to actually upload a video resume. I was so
Wow.
impressed by that. I told other students and LinkedIn as well that, we would really love to do this as part of an initiative at ISB. So we did that. That was again one of its kind. And I got a lot of speaking opportunities. I went to attend a TEDx conference in Hyderabad, just all because of the speaking, reading, and writing experience. So all of that was really amazing.
Wow.
The one thing I did not do at ISB was get like a 4-point GPA or get into like a consulting job. But yeah, it was an overall amazing experience through and through. I cannot even like begin to
Fantastic.
describe it.
That is a great story, Madhuri. That is such a fascinating story because it's like luck was on your side, you made things happen, and then it continues to favor you. तो बहुत बढ़िया, very nice. And at what point of time did you realize कि helping people through the content route is something that you want to pursue? When did that strike you as a potential option?
So I had started helping out people like right from the beginning. As I said, right, I was the eldest of all of my siblings and cousins, so everyone used to reach out to me. Thankfully, I'm a very sociable person also and very approachable. So all of my juniors used to reach out to me that this is what we want to do. What should we do? And because I had published a book in the third year of my engineering, many other juniors also started to know me. That okay, she's doing something different. So they also started reaching out. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do that? So that is how that entire thing started. I was helping everyone always. Now in 2000, and my husband used to, tell me, like when we were just friends back then, he used to tell me that you should actually start a YouTube channel and do book reviews like live on
Oh,
video,
interesting.
because
Yeah,
I used to have a blog where I used to do book reviews after
yeah.
publishing my own book. And then he said, you should do this on video. And I said, no, I'm very camera shy and I'm very conscious about how I look on camera. I don't think video is for me. But then in 2020, when my friend started a reading group, he said that, I want to help people build the habit of reading. I want you there just as like a pilot person, to help me understand whether, I could improve anything, or, however that journey could be. So just be there as like a participant. You don't need to like pay anything or anything, but I want feedback from you on how this entire thing is running. And then the assignment of the first book, which was Atomic Habits, after we were done reading, that was my first self-help book, by the way. I was never a self-help reader. I loved that book. The
Yeah.
assignment was to create a video summary of it, put it put it on YouTube, but either on private or unlisted mode if you want, not public. And then I thought, okay, I really loved this book. I want people to read about it, because it was the best self-help book one can start with. It's so well written.
Okay.
So that's when I went to YouTube and I started, I created that video of the summary, and then I put it on public. I was like, okay, like people will probably, my friends will get to see it. That's fine. But then that video did really well. I was surprised at the number of people who actually watched it and said that, oh, this is like a good summary. And that was such a pathetic video, Ankur. I was not fumbling, but the lighting was so bad. Lighting was so bad. It was like little blurry. I had just shot it from my phone. But then the next video, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done reading the next book also as part of that group. Again, the assignment is to do a summary. So let me just do it. And then this is when around the time when the pandemic hit. So I was like, okay, I think I can do YouTube. Let me start by at least talking about the things that I am experiencing, or the experiences that I'm getting at office maybe. Because a year back, on LinkedIn, I used to do 1 minute videos on Monday management musings. So I used to talk about one experience from my previous week as a new manager on the block, because I'm still fairly young, and I was like a manager after pursuing my MBA for the first time ever. So I wanted to share those experiences and learnings via video. So I had started that a year back. And then I was like, okay, I think let me just start with there. And that is how it all started. And then I can't even imagine how it took off. I was so happy just coming and telling me that this content was really helpful. This video was so helpful. I mean, you have actually laid down the things that nobody tells us when we are in college, when we are in school. Nobody tells us all of these things. And then that is how it took off. So I started creating videos about my master's journey, how to go about pursuing an MS, how to prepare for that exam, how did I prepare for my GMAT, how did my husband prepare for his GRE. And then I started collaborating with other ISB folks also, who were into roles where as people joining ISB or before ISB, we did not know about these roles. We did not know what these roles entail. So I started calling these people as guests and asking them, okay, how do you get into this role? What are the responsibilities? What skills are required? So the career videos also started taking off. And then the self-development part just came in, because I knew that, okay, I have something to offer in the public speaking space. I also have something to offer in the writing phase, the reading space. So that is when the self-development thing started, and it just like took off.
Wow. That is such a great thing. And I do remember being on your YouTube channel and you're doing such a great job at that. And so today, if I were to summarize, what you're essentially doing is you're helping people through their career and their education choices.
Yes, exactly.
And is this broad-based ki koi bhi career, koi bhi education, or is it centered around your experience of engineering and MBA, or your husband's experience of an MS? Like, what's the focus, if there is one?
So there is no focus. I'm pretty fairly open to helping out people in every field, because thankfully, even though I haven't gone through like every journey, I have a lot of friends who have. I have people in the sports space. I have people in the entertainment space, and then there are like obviously a lot of others. So yeah, everything.
Awesome. And how do you go about helping these students? So what are the different ways that you help?
So one is YouTube videos, which are like fairly elaborate, and then they can go and understand things there. There are Instagram posts that I create about different aspects, and then the two important aspects of me helping out people. The major one is a one-on-one personal consultation, where people can reach out to me and book a 30-minute block in my diary. Again, I have mentioned like a lot of the links via my bio on Instagram. So if people just go there, they should be able to check it out. So there's a 30-minute consultation that people can book with me. And then the second major thing is courses, of course. Now, these courses are majorly related either to creating your presence on LinkedIn or to how to prepare for these competitive exams. I have been teaching for GMAT for the past 3 years now. And then this year's, and I used to teach personally, like one-on-one, because I specialize in helping people understand where are they going wrong, what mistakes are they making, why is their score not improving. So that analysis part is what I help them with, and then I tell them the techniques to get a good score. This year, because of Graphy, I was able to get started with like full-fledged courses, cohorts where people who are probably not as financially well-to-do and cannot afford the fees of a personal training, they can go and at a reasonable rate understand how to go about getting a good score.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Yeah, that is quite commendable. And I'm just curious, given the fact that you are in the US and I'm assuming most of your students will be based out of India.
Yeah.
आप सोते कब हो?
Yeah. So that's the thing everyone asks me. Strangely, I I find it really difficult to sleep because of this. Like this keeps on going in my head. Even when I wake up in the middle of the night, I actually reply to people on Instagram, on LinkedIn, because I'm like, okay, this is the phase where I actually want to go all out and help people because I can afford to. I have the time and energy to do that. Obviously, there are like low days where nothing works because of the exhaustion and exertion, and there are times where I have actually overburdened myself. I've learned that I need to like cut back, have like proper time for myself also. So I'm going to start sleeping properly now, this week onwards.
Awesome. And do you have like a team that's helping you, or you do all the work yourself? How is that structured?
I have been doing everything by myself for the past one and
Wow.
a half year, like writing my YouTube scripts, recording, creating, editing. Like recording part, my brothers used to help me because they're photographers. So when I was in India, they used to help me with the videography part. But since I've come here, that's also like all me for the past 1 year. But I do want to hire people. So if anyone watching this is interested in helping me out in any way possible, please reach out to me. I will be interviewing you. We'll have a discussion.
But that's a
That
good
is
call
possible.
out. And again, if anyone is wanting to get great experience, which is going to be clearly the case, help a lot of people do that and work with someone like Madhuri, then this is a great opportunity. I so endorse picking up these opportunities when you are a college student, when you are just starting up work, when you want to explore something new outside of what you're doing, because there is no better way to learn than getting your hands dirty. So please do consider applying. Towards the end, I would love to leave the platform to you, Madhuri. The stage is yours. Anything that you want to tell the audience who's listening in, not just live, but those who watch this live afterwards, please go ahead. Do share what you want to. I'd love for you to express yourself and state out to the world.
A major thank you to all of the people just watching and following me and who have been through the journey since the initial days. They have seen how much progress has happened, how much the video qualities have changed, how much the content quality has changed, and they have stuck through me with all of that. And yeah, just thank you for being there and for making all of this a fruitful journey and a satisfying journey at that.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So, for those who would love to get the expertise of Madhuri, please go and follow Madhuri for any tips and tricks that you would need for your career, for your education choices. I can vouch for the fact that she does make very helpful content on YouTube. I've been a part of that myself, and I'd encourage you to check out her YouTube channel as well, which is Madhuri Varma, Varma, and not Verma. Awesome. I will leave you to your vacation, Madhuri. All the best. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Please continue to do that.
You
And
too.
thank you. All the best.
Thanks, Ankur. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.